Welcome back, guys. 164 Diecast Newbie. And I thought today I'd start my video off with talking about display cases. Um, when you start collecting these and you like to do what I do, and I open them. And once you open them, you got to have somewhere to put them. And some of these cases, they get filled up really quick. These cases here are some cases that a buddy of mine picked up. They're 8-car cases, and they average about $8-9 a piece. And he was able to get them off of Temu, I believe. But those, I ended up buying a bunch from him, and they got filled up pretty quick. And then these cases here, these were actually the first cases that I picked up, and I bought these out at the flea market. Guy had them for sale, but these were $100 a piece, and they're nice, but there's got to be a cheaper way to store your Hot Wheels. These Hot Wheels here, I had bought a handful of red lines from somebody out at the flea market, and they were in this case. And they threw this case in. It at one time had a, I guess, a glass cover that's long gone. One day I'll put a glass cover back on there. But that was it works for what I need it for. But I really got to get more cases because I have them in different places. I have a bunch down there in that case. And then I got this case here that my wife found at a yard sale. It's actually two cases that have doors on them. And they only hold so many cars. And I still have a lot more cars I want to open up and display. This room, as you can see, I don't have a lot of wall space. This is a room I built out in my garage, over in the corner of my garage. And the walls are pretty much covered up. So there's not a whole lot of room to put more cases. I may have to take down some of this stuff because, like I said, I have a lot more loose cars that I'm going to need to store. And I really don't like leaving them in the packages like this. Sometimes I'll customize them and change the wheels and tires on them, and I'll put them back in their package just to have somewhere to put them for now. And I really don't want to store them in bins like a lot of guys do. When I buy these die casts, I like to look at them. I like to hold them. I like to roll them on the table. And so taking them out of the package is my only alternative to not taking them out and just leaving them in the package and then finding a box or a tub and putting them in. One of the ways I did kind of make a storage place or a case for them, like in this case here, these whatever I put in a glass case are my nicer Hot Wheels. A lot of these are main lines and not customized, not wheel switched. They're just Hot Wheels I took out of the package, and I just want to look at them and display them. So what I did in this case was I would go to the dollar store, and they had these. They hold 6 cars. And I would buy these, and I would cut the lid off of it. And you can see on the bottom side, there's a couple of holes that you can hang it. Well, I would cut the door, and then I would stack them up on the wall there and stick a couple of screws, and use them as a storage place for my Hot Wheels that I open up, straight out of the package. And I just thought I'd pass that tip along. This is one way to, you know, I mean, you can buy cases, but man, they're expensive. They're expensive. You know, these right here, they hold 8 cars. And like I said, they average about $9. And I've seen them that hold 50 cars. I've seen them that hold 100 cars. And they're really super nice. If you watch Ignition Diecast, Joe over there, as he's doing his video, in the background, he has some white cases that hold, I don't know how much they hold, but they look like they hold, you know, at least 40 cars. And I'd like to find some of those. If anybody knows how to get to those, leave me a message in my comments if you would, because I'd love to get some of those. And maybe I would take, you know, an area off of this wall here and put up new cases and put all my loose cars up there. But for the time being, I thought I'd just show you these dollar store cases, you know, as a quick fix for storing some of your cars. All right, guys, that was it. I'm just kind of goofing around today. And I'm out here, I'm going to hang up 3 more of these. And I thought before I did, I would show you what I was doing. You know, the back of these are black. And so the back of those were black. And all I did was I cut out a piece of white paper in a square the same size, and I stuck it in the back. As you can see down here, I haven't done that yet. They just show up better against the white, I think, than they do against the black. But, all right, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, give me a like, leave me a comment, sub me if you haven't, and definitely share it with your friends, and I will see you on the next one. All right, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.